Welcome everyone to another hotel review. I'm your hotel critic Caleb Kent, and I'm a multi-hobbyist here on YouTube. And in this review, I will be covering Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. I got to stay at this property this first half of June, and here are my thoughts. Before we get started, here are some fun facts about the property. It has 847 rooms, it is 39 acres in size, and was one of the first two Disney World resorts that opened. The theme of the property is inspired after the South Seas and Pacific Islands, which includes Hawaii, Samoa, Niue, Rarotonga, Tokelau, Moorea, Pago Pago, Bora Bora, Tonga, Aotearoa, Fiji, and Tuvalu. All those places I just mentioned are all names for the buildings here, and they all match the resort's theme very well. There is no denying that this property looks beautiful, and everything is super detailed. From the word font on signs to the scenery, this resort makes sure that you feel immersed into the atmosphere and spirit of the Pacific Islands. I've gone to Maui for vacation back in 2021, and there's no doubt this resort gives off the same type of vibe. This resort just figuratively has the phrase, "Pets not allowed!" plastered in bold all over the property, which is good for those who need a break from everyday life, especially while you're at Disney. Before I get into it all, just be aware that I won't be speaking on behalf of the villas and bungalows here, or the new island tower that's being constructed right now at the time of this video's upload. Even though they are part of this resort, they're separate properties as part of the Disney Vacation Club, so I'll review them another time. Optimistically speaking, that is. Boy, do I wish I could stay in one of the bungalows one day. But let's dive right into the review. When you arrive at the front of the property, you'll be amazed at the scenery right before you even step foot into the lobby. Next to the pathway are waterfalls, and for those that know me, I love waterfalls. The sounds the waterfalls make completely set the mood. Make sure you spend at least a little bit of time staring at them, especially at night. Sorry, getting off track. After taking in the waterfalls, you'll step into the lobby to check in, and you will feel the Polynesian spirit. This is one of the best lobbies for a Disney resort that I've seen. Tons of furniture, unique designs, decorations, and I like the statue in the center. And even if it's daytime, the ceiling lights go well with the design of the lobby. Disney really did a good job creating this lobby, especially when you consider that this is one of the first Disney World resorts built. On the first floor is where you check in and also explore the gift shop for stuff to buy. On the second floor are other shops, some dining experiences, and board the monorail, and get some good views of the lobby and the outside of the property. After checking in, when you walk out directly from the front on the first floor, you'll find yourself in between the room buildings and the main pool area. There's another entrance on the back right side of the lobby, but on the opposite side is a hallway with a glass display of Mickey and Friends and images of people, which leads you to your mobile order restaurant and Trader Sam's. And then that leads out to the marina section of the property. So there's a few different ways you can enter and exit the lobby. And assuming you'd most likely start off outside from the direct back of the lobby, I'm going to start from there when talking about the exterior. When you look around, you will definitely take in the atmosphere of the resort, especially thanks to the music that plays around here. The trees, bushes, and plants placed about play a major role in your experience here. Another major role is the architecture of the buildings. The lobby and room buildings here definitely replicate the type of design you'd see somewhere in the Pacific Islands, and it's done in a way where you still feel like you're on vacation at Disney. A good example of this is the beach. Along with a volleyball net and tons of chairs to sit in, it's a great place to enjoy yourself at the resort, especially when coming back earlier in the day from the theme parks. Another case for why this resort is beautiful is the courtyard areas on the right side of the property. I had no clue that there were yellow trees placed all around, and it makes the area look so dazzling. If you can only afford to book a room with this type of view, don't be too disappointed. The view will still look good. On the opposite side of the property is the marina area, where you can book boat rentals. Next to the marina is the lava pool, and funny enough, this is the first pool I ever went into at Disney World. Of course, it looks amazing with the view of the lagoon, the volcano, waterfall, and water slide at the top. And I actually went down it at nighttime. That was pretty fun, not gonna lie. I'd usually be at the theme parks around this time, but I came back earlier that day thanks to standing in the heat too long from Tiana's Bayou Adventure preview and then later making me feel tired. And I was drinking water, by the way. But getting into that pool made me feel a lot better. And I'm extra glad that it was a pool that's built like this. There's also an Oasis pool in the courtyard, but that's an all-ages pool. The resort also offers campfire activities, movies under the stars on select nights, and fishing. You can also watch the electrical water pageant from the property. So you've got stuff to do here at this resort while at the same time looking super well done. Every glance you have with this place is a treat for the eyes, and that is all thanks to the lush vegetation and brilliant design choices here. Now, when it comes to dining, you've got a bunch of options. Let's start off with what's in the lobby building first. The mobile order restaurant located in the hallway is known as Captain Cook's. It's got basic items, but a bunch of other stuff, such as Hawaiian flatbread, which I ordered and it was quite delicious. Right by is the famous Trader Sam's. There's an outside area, but the real deal is inside. I've been there before a little while ago with my family, and I could see why there's high demand. There's also Pineapple Lanai, which is the only place you can get Dole Whip outside Adventureland at Magic Kingdom. Upstairs is Kona Cafe, which I dined at with my family, and their baked kahuna burger was great. And the place looks good all around. You can also mobile order here if that works better for you. Literally right by and beside the monorail entrance is Kona Island, which is very convenient for the morning. Then there's Ohana, which looks fancy but quite the price tag. There's also Tambu Lounge, which seems nice, along with Barefoot Pool Bar at the Lava Pool, and finally there's Oasis Bar and Grill at the Oasis Pool. So, those are your options. If none of those are good enough for you, Disney Springs it is then. The property is located in the Magic Kingdom area. Of course, there is bus transportation to take you to the theme parks and Disney Springs. But for Magic Kingdom, you can either A, take a resort launch right to there, or B, take the monorail. I recommend using the resort launch as being out on the water is nice and you get good views of the resort. But it does stop at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa first on the way back, so please take note of that. But I also recommend utilizing the monorail while you have access to it. As far as which one is more quicker, it depends on when the next boat or monorail comes, but it doesn't usually make a difference. Unless it's late at night and people are crowding the line for the monorail, in which case I take the resort launch. But for Epcot, I'd actually recommend getting on and off at the connection station at the ticket center because it's actually right over to the resort, and there's a pathway that you can take that leads you to it. Because the resort monorail goes clockwise, it makes a stop at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, then Magic Kingdom, then Disney's Contemporary Resort, and then the ticket center. You could just take it all the way around, but it's more logical to me to just walk over there and back if you're going to Epcot or coming back from Epcot. Either way, this property is really good location-wise. Now it's time to talk about the amazing rooms here. One thing I want to point out is how surprisingly small the elevators for the room buildings here are. Like, it's not a big deal, but it feels quite cramped. Anyway, you'll find your room and enter a lavish yet cozy place to spend your time here. All standard rooms here have recently been renovated, and boy did they do a fantastic job. The color patterns and decorations are exquisite. Everywhere you look, you find nothing but peace and luxury. And not to mention that there are attributes to the 2016 animated film Moana throughout the room. It's on the paintings on the wall next to the bed and bathroom, the soft chair lamp, the wallpaper against the sofa and TV, and the coffee maker wall. The subtle nods to the Polynesian here in this room keep you locked inside the immersion, especially with the curtains. And I like how the bathroom is simple yet still has design, especially in the shower tile walls. Also, the sofa converts into a twin bed for a fifth extra person. Extra room! And we can't forget the balcony. It's important to note that most of the second story rooms have Juliet-style balconies where you can open the sliding glass door but can't actually stand outside. If you don't want that, my advice is to request for a third floor balcony room or a first floor patio room. But as for me during my stay, I got a third floor balcony room, and it was nice. I reserved a room with a view of the theme park, and while it did cost me an arm, leg, and kidney, it was worth it in my opinion. And it even looks great at nighttime, especially with the view of the Grand Floridian, Castle, and Marina Dock. These pictures were taken by my mom from the hotel room, and while I wasn't there that night to see them, I saw them from the pool that Friday night, so I can imagine it looks beautiful. Also, that Friday night, what more fitting movie to watch than what this room is attributed to? And waking up at 7 a.m. on a sunny morning is such a vibe. Sorry, I know I probably rambled on too much about the room. I just loved it. It was so elegant, and I cannot wait to see what the villas, tower, and the bungalows especially have to offer one day. But as nice as the room was, I can't really say the same with the hotel key readers. On my second day, I scanned my key, which was working the day before, to my room, and while it flashed green, the door didn't unlock. and then it just stopped working and kept flashing red. So then I tried using my phone with the Disney World app to unlock it, and it kept flashing green but still didn't unlock until after multiple tries. I went over to the lobby and explained the issue, and they gladly rescanned my card to the room. My key then worked until the next morning when it did the same thing before we checked out. That was quite frustrating. And it also wasn't working really for the pool that Friday night. In fact, I witnessed 2 cast members struggling to get into the pool area because of that issue. And since my frustration with the key readers had a bit of a negative impact on my experience here, that's a point taken off from the final score at the end. Luckily, that's the only con I have to say, other than this place is quite costly to reserve per night and it gets booked up quickly. My stay here wasn't actually the first time I've been here on property, but even then, I was still amazed with how awesome this place is. Overall, this resort is beautiful, and I wish I had more time to spend here because I had such a fantastic stay. In conclusion, if you are looking for a Disney World resort property with a peaceful environment, good location with convenience of transportation, luxury, and just somewhere to stay at Disney that you will remember fondly, this will be a great choice. But if you are on a tighter budget and location or top quality isn't much of a priority, then I'd recommend looking into other properties to stay at Disney World. It's astounding to me how well this resort still holds up today despite being one of the 2 oldest Disney World resorts. Disney did a spectacular job at maintaining this place and updating it to make sure guests today still enjoy their stays. I've been wanting to stay here for as long as I've heard about it, and now after literally just 2 years of being a Floridian, I finally did it, and I'm glad for the experience that I had. In total, I only have 6 more properties to check off here at Disney World, and like I've said earlier, I'm planning on coming back to review the villas, bungalows, and tower one day. That doesn't mean soon, most likely. But yeah, this place was fabulous. Nothing short of relaxing, luxurious, conveniently located, and just a chillin' vibe. And just like the song by Morgan Wallen, no way it was our last night. And so, after everything I've said, Disney's Polynesian Village Resort gets a final score of 94 out of 100. Thank you for watching this hotel review, and I will catch you all next time. Over and out, onto the outro. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to go check out some other videos that I have made, you're just one click on the channel icon away from doing so. If you want to find me on social media, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. They're listed right up. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share if you wish to do so. And if you are or will be a returning viewer, I will see you in the next video. Have an amazing day.